ain't running from nobody. And I'm never, ever losing this title.
We may be in for the most dangerous reign ever by a world heavyweight champion. I don't like anything about Mark Henry right now.
Mark Henry has turned into a storm, man, a Category 5.
Assaulting both Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler, in fact, putting Lawler through the announce table here at ringside.
The Hall of Pain is getting really, really crowded.
Oh, the world's strongest slam!
You can't beat me!
Mark Henry is ruthless. He is remorseless. He is a beast.
Welcome to the Hall of Pain!
He has been a human wrecking ball. His path to destruction has gone on for months.
With Mark Henry's championship reign of domination looking unstoppable, the returning Big Show set his sights on ending the world's strongest man's supremacy.
Listen to me, Mark Henry. I will settle for nothing less than facing you for the World Heavyweight Championship. As far as the Big Show having a title match, I say no.
Big Show storming the ring.
Big Show throwing right hands, left hooks.
Security trying to back off the world's largest athlete. Oh my God!
You gotta be kidding me.
But the world champion's not done yet.
Big Show, you again are gonna enter the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna blast you in the side of the head until you are completely unrecognizable. And vengeance is mine.
The following contest is set for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the challenger, standing 7 feet tall, weighing in at 441 pounds, the Big Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, a few weeks ago was the emotional return of the Big Show. Let's remember, he was the first man to join Mark Henry's so-called Hall of Pain when the world's strongest man crushed Show's fibula.
Yeah, and ever since Big Show returned, he has used that injury as a motivation to capture the World Heavyweight Championship.
And from Silsbee, Texas, weighing in at 412 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
We've seen Big Show put Mark Henry through an announce table with a choke slam, and Show also knocked Henry out this past Friday on SmackDown with his weapon of mass destruction. Do you think Big Show is in Mark Henry's head?
Well, he's definitely playing mind games with Mark Henry, but I don't think Big Show's in his head. Not after what Henry did to John Morrison last week. Mark Henry is absolutely focused.
It's the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, defending his World Heavyweight Championship against the world's largest athlete, the Big Show.
Oh, and I think Mark Henry might be suffering from fee-fi phobia. You know what that is, Cole?
Nope.
The fear of giants.
It would be justified, King. I mean, Big Show has a fist that measures 15 inches.
Wow.
That's like the size of a sledgehammer head coming at you. They're watching this match all over the world tonight in places like Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Austria, and of course, our men and women of our U.S. Armed Forces watching all over the world and on our ships at sea.
You mentioned ships? Well, this one's going to be like two ships passing it. Well, they aren't going to be passing tonight. They're going to collide.
Nearly a half ton of humanity in the ring for this matchup, a combined 897 pounds.
This is a sickening assault.
Mark Henry is not someone to sleep on.
Playing mind games.
Yeah, a little intimidation there. You know, it was a bit unorthodox, but you have to appreciate the way Big Show got this title opportunity tonight. He saw something he wanted, and he went after it.
Unorthodox indeed. After Mark Henry refused to grant Big Show a title match, Show simply attacked Henry until General Manager Theodore Long had no choice but to give in to Big Show and give him the match he wanted.
Yeah, you know, if Theodore Long never gave Big Show his match, there's no telling what type of long-term damage Mark Henry would have sustained.
I'll tell you what would have happened. Big Show would have returned the favor. He would have broken Mark Henry's leg. I'm convinced of it.
These are two of the largest men in the world battling over the World Heavyweight Championship. We're really testing the limits of that ring.
Yeah, this one truly is giant versus giant. There's so much riding on this one, Kenny.
And you got that right, Cole. Big Show wants revenge, obviously. But Mark Henry wants nothing more than to continue his reign at the top. After 15 years of waiting, he's not even close to ready to give all that up.
Given what he's been through the past several weeks, Big Show has to be concerned for the well-being of his injured leg.
Yeah, I know Big Show was eager to get back in the ring, but there's no way that he's 100% healed right now. He may be asking his leg to do too much, too soon.
If Mark Henry can carry out a focused attack on that leg, he'll find it.
Oh my, what a move!
Mark Henry and Big Show have so much in common, aside from the obvious sizes.
A near fall for Mark Henry. He drops the elbow. And he does it one more time.
And that's a shot that could drop a grizzly.
This is uncalled for. What's Mark Henry doing?
Oh, wait a minute, what's he doing here?
Woo, a little showboating going on here. Uh-oh, look at this. Oh! Trying to put him away.
Oh, what a devastating move by Mark Henry.
Oh, my, look at this.
Mark Henry delivering crippling punishment.
He got it.
No, kick out at 2.
Oh, look at this. Mark Henry has the Big Show down. Wait a minute, Cole. What's Mark Henry got in mind? Is Mark Henry going to the top?
He wants to end Big Show's career here. But look at Big Show.
Uh-oh.
Big Show's got Mark Henry. He's going to make Mark Henry pay.
Whoa!
What a choke slam.
To the world's strongest man, and look!
The cover. And a kick out by Mark Henry, just barely.
That's the strength of Mark Henry. Only a Mark Henry would be able to kick out of a cover by the world's largest athlete like that.
Big Show can't believe it. Henry's down and out, but he still managed to kick out. King, these two giants are battling for the World Heavyweight title, a title that can be traced all the way back to Big Show's days in WCW and beyond.
And the last time Big Show had that title in his possession was the summer of 1996 when he was competing in WCW as the Giant.
Let's not forget, though, since that time, Big Show has captured the WWE title on 2 separate occasions.
Yeah, and that's not all. Big Show was literally...
This is the first time I've ever seen anything like this. Someone call an ambulance.
Well, Mark Henry's Hall of Pain is getting crowded. But you know, Cole, by the looks of things here...
After inducting Big Show into the Hall of Pain, Mark Henry had his sights set on his next victim, Mr. Money in the Bank, Daniel Bryan.
That man is in pain. Big Show at Survivor Series. One of us is going to get carried out of there.
Big Show knocked out Mark Henry. Oh, you may want to think twice about this. Show, don't do this.
Oh, my God.
Somebody's just been hurt as Mark Henry may have a broken leg or ankle.
I just did to you what you did to me.
Big Show just knocked out Mark Henry with the weapon of mass destruction. Daniel Bryan is cashing in his world title opportunity. It's happening. Henry down, new champion.
Daniel, Mark's not been medically cleared to compete. Therefore, you are not the World Heavyweight Champion. But I tell you what, I am going to give you another opportunity for a world title match. And it will be a fatal four-way match between you, Cody Rhodes, Wade Barrett, and Randy Orton.
Daniel Bryan will face Mark Henry for the World Championship.
With this career-changing victory, Bryan finally had the opportunity of permanently closing the doors to the Hall of Pain if he could get past the world's strongest man inside a steel cage.
You know, we've had a lot of fun here tonight, King, but now it's time to get serious. Daniel Bryan has the opportunity of a lifetime, the chance to become world champion. Let's not forget, Bryan pinned Mark Henry just last week.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan can also make Mark Henry tap. Bryan says it doesn't matter how strong somebody is. Sooner or later, everybody taps. We'll see how true that statement is tonight.
When you look at the size of this man, Mark Henry is over 400 pounds of pure destruction.
I wish somebody would go in there and measure his chest. Look at that. Nobody has dominated WWE over the past year quite like Mark Henry. He creates mayhem wherever and whenever he wants.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 210 pounds, Daniel Bryan. And from Silsbee, Texas, weighing in at 412 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Daniel Bryan says he knows over 100 submission maneuvers, and he can apply some of them to Mark Henry's injured leg and ankle.
Well, you're right. Daniel Bryan is a submission expert.
And that's important tonight because inside a steel cage, submission is one of the only 3 ways you can win, the other being pinfall or escape. It's totally unfair that Mark Henry has to defend his championship tonight inside a steel cage on that bum leg. Of course, the leg injured by Big Show is a result of an attack at Survivor Series.
Wait a minute, Cole, are you serious? Why is that unfair?
Mark Henry was forced into this match by SmackDown General Manager Theodore Long. He's clearly in no shape to compete here tonight. Long's just a boot.
Well, I don't feel sorry for Henry at all.
He's not going to make it.
Didn't get too far that time. Daniel Bryan earned this opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship by turning back Randy Orton, Wade Barrett, and Cody Rhodes in a fatal four-way match last week on SmackDown.
And for a moment, it looked like Randy Orton was going to come away with the victory, but Wade Barrett pulled the Viper from the ring at the last moment, leaving just Bryan and Rhodes in the ring.
Yeah, and that's when Bryan slapped on the lapel lock. And at that point, Cody Rhodes had no choice but to tap out.
And that leads us to tonight. Can Daniel Bryan defeat Mark Henry to realize his dream of becoming World Heavyweight Champion?
If he can get that lapel lock. Oh, knocked into the middle of next week. Well, Daniel Bryan cannot get cornered inside that cage. If he does, Mark Henry will pick him apart.
Daniel Bryan needs to use his quickness. He needs to keep Mark Henry off balance with that bum leg.
Yeah, objective number one for Daniel Bryan would be to get the big man off his feet, if possible. Take the...
And look at Mark Henry sending Daniel Bryan into the cage.
Oh, my gosh. Poor Daniel Bryan. Can you imagine being thrown into that steel by the world's strongest man? What an impact. Oh! Daniel Bryan squashed.
Yeah, crushing him. Mark Henry, such a dangerous competitor.
And look at the size of Mark Henry compared to poor Daniel Bryan. Oh, no! Slingshotted right into that steel cage, face first.
Happy New Year!
Yeah, the veteran Henry realizing that he can use that cage as a weapon, and that's what he's doing here.
Every inch of it. Oh my gosh, you gotta wonder, can Daniel Bryan even get up after this beating?
Earlier tonight, Dave, we saw a thrilling All I Want for Christmas 20-man battle royal with one of the most shocking conclusions I ever remember seeing.
Yeah, who would have thought that?
Why Daniel Bryan didn't take advantage of that opportunity just baffles me.
Great move. Now Mark Henry looking to attack from the top rope.
I heard a lot of talk in the locker room area earlier today that many doctors wouldn't have cleared Mark Henry for action here tonight.
I don't know who you're talking to, Cole. What are you doing back in the locker room anyway? The bottom line is that Mark Henry passed a thorough exam and actually looks to be moving quite well right now.
By the way, athletes like myself are allowed in the locker room. And keep in mind that it was Theodore Long's handpicked doctor.
That's it. He's out. Oh, wait, nice reversal.
King, there's no way Mark Henry's at 100% for this match with Daniel Bryan.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to get me to feel sorry for Mark Henry? You're not going to get any sympathy from me. Not after what Mark Henry has done to the likes of Big Show, the Great Khali. Man, turn him out.
I mean, look at Mark Henry now. Oh, and Daniel Bryan from behind. Somehow Daniel Bryan thwarting Mark Henry as Henry tried to climb to the top rope. And look at Bryan go. Bryan trying to escape here.
Hey, he's almost down. Daniel Bryan is almost down. He's at the top of Mark Henry. Hanging on, pulling Daniel Bryan back in. Daniel Bryan was nearly the champion there. But what's Bryan thinking now? Is this going to work on the world's strongest man? No.
No way.
Not enough power.
But Daniel Bryan looking to use the shoulders and girth of Henry to climb up and out of the cage.
He's going to make it. Is Daniel Bryan? No.
Mark Henry again using his strength.
Oh, vicious headbutt. Mark Henry back in trouble. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Don't do this.
Oh, my God. He's going to crush Daniel Bryan. World's strongest slam from the second rope.
That's it. Daniel Bryan has taken so much punishment. I'm wondering if he's going to make it through this match.
Oh, my, what a move. And will this be it? 2, 3. Mark Henry wins, and the title will remain around his waist.
Ladies and gentlemen, say what you will about Mark Henry, but what a courageous effort here tonight, standing literally on one leg.
Yeah, now it's Big Show versus Mark Henry for the World Heavyweight Championship at the TLC pay-per-view. Come on, Big Show.